All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody in Facebook and YouTube land and across the interwebs. I want to welcome everybody here today. We're going to be doing a morning market analysis for October 23rd. We do these pretty much daily. I do these pretty much every day of the year except for maybe Christmas and my birthday. So I want to take a look at Bitcoin, see what's happening, what things are looking like. We do this because we want to try to get an idea when things might get exciting, or there could be bigger dumps or bigger pumps that could happen in the marketplace to help our members anticipate those type of moves and do our trades better. So we like to, at iCoinPro, to trade in and out on the trend. We don't try to tell you where Bitcoin's going to be next week or next month. Nothing that I'm sharing is investment advice whatsoever. But sometimes we do pretty well at spotting ahead of time when certain moves are going to happen. And that way our members can be in the know and ahead of the curve. So with that said, I do want to ask that anybody who's watching this, if you're watching this live, let me know. If you're watching this on replay, let me know. If you have any questions, just drop it on the video. I'll be more than happy to review those. And of course, we have the paid members forum for anybody who's in iCoinPro that wants to, ask a question after this video. You can also do it there. I'm wearing my shirt here, Trade Bitcoin Now. Ask me how. If you are, sorry, that's my camera thing. If you are interested in learning how to day trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, you found this video and this kind of got you excited about doing it, we have a free bootcamp you can do. It takes you literally about 40 minutes. Okay. All the videos are about 4 or 5 minutes long. And you can go through that free bootcamp. You're going to learn your first trade. You're going to actually learn the trade that I have a documented 97% plus win rate on. You're going to learn how charts work. You're going to learn more about Bitcoin and crypto in that. All of that's going to be in that short free bootcamp, and you're going to have tremendous confidence that this is something that you could actually do. In order to get that bootcamp, if somebody shared this video with you, you can get back with that person. Most likely they'll have a link they can give you to get the free bootcamp. If you don't have somebody who referred you, or you don't know who referred you, you can always email support@icoinpro.com, and we'll be more than happy to help you out and get you situated with the person who originally referred you. All right, so let's get to the charts here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hold on just 1 second here. Let me make sure everything's set up. Okay. All right, and what we're going to do, and we do this all the time, is we're going to look at Bitcoin. And why we do that is because Bitcoin is a big bully. What I mean by that is whatever happens with Bitcoin happens, and usually in an exaggerated fashion with the altcoins. Now, we mainly trade the altcoins. That's what we focus on. I rarely trade Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not usually move enough for me. So I want coins that are moving, more dynamically with good volume. You find that in the altcoins. But if Bitcoin does a big move down or a big move up, then the altcoins are going to feel it. A lot of times when Bitcoin does a big dump, maybe it dumps 5%, 10%, the altcoins are going to implode 20%, 30%, right? So that's just how it works. It's like lemmings. Everything follows Bitcoin. I hope, anyway, you guys can Google what a lemming is if you're not familiar. But anyway, again, the idea is everything follows Bitcoin. So we need to pay close attention to that. This chart setup we're looking at is called the MA Momentum chart setup. This is a chart setup that is available in our iCoinPro software. This setup is great because we can really look at the bigger picture of Bitcoin and what's happening, whether we're potentially in a bull market or in a bear market pretty quickly, and whether we're definitely not in a bull market or definitely not in a bear market at that point. And the way it works is all of these lines, this purple, maroon, gold, green, these are called moving averages. So if the price action, which is represented by these green and red, they call them candles, is trading above all of these moving averages, right? Above all of these lines. And we're pulling, the price action is pulling further and further away from those lines. That's momentum building. That's positive, right? We've potentially got a bullish trend developing, all right? Now, we went into a period here where everybody was unsure, but now we broke through this purple downtrend line. Looks like we're coming back to kind of retest it. I guess I can move this line. We can scooch it a little bit. I don't know, not very much. But anyway, we might be coming down to retest this purple downtrend line. But the fact that we broke through it is positive. And right now, the battle is to stay above this purple, light purple moving average, okay? This is like the bull moving average. And you can see here, when the price trades above this purple line and continues to trade above it, that is potentially bullish. You can see it here. Keeps attacking the line, gets rejected, can't break it down. So then the buyers show up, right? Comes, attacks it, eventually breaks it down, comes across, comes back up, tries to break it down again, can't. Buyers are here, goes down, tries to break it down, buyers are back, etc. Okay, so anytime that we develop into a bullish trend, the trend is going to tend to stay above this purple line on the MA momentum chart. Okay, and guess what? What's wild is it flips. So when we go bearish and we start moving and trading below all of these, guess what? This light purple line does its job here too. If the price can't get above it, then we're potentially going into a bearish trend. Here you can see the price actually breaks down below it, can't break above it, is having trouble, comes across, okay? So trading below that is kind of the same thing as the bullish side. It's not good. And here we see this price action pulling further and further away from the moving averages. And that shows that we're potentially in a bear market, definitely not in a bull market at that point once we're trading underneath all of those moving averages. Now, of course, anything could happen. You know, the US government could say, hey, we're going to adopt this as our main currency, which I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm just saying, if that did, that might shoot it all the way through all of these moving averages in an instant, okay? So, you know, news can obviously affect this. But from a technical standpoint, when we're looking at this, and that's a great thing about trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, is that, you know, it's like a video game that prints cash, right? Most of this, there isn't a lot of news that affects what happens. Everybody's kind of looking at the charts to figure out what the next price is going to be for Bitcoin and all the altcoins. So it's like trading in a vacuum, I like to call it, of no news. If you're trading other markets with our system and you're trading stocks and stuff, you do have to be aware of the news. You have to be aware of the opening bell. You have to be aware of, you know, various things. But in crypto, it's, you know, you just follow the process over and over and over again, rinse and repeat. It's really kind of cool. All right, so that's where we are right now. So the key for Bitcoin, it was putting some pressure on this this light purple line this morning. Some of the alts have gone down, not too dramatically yet. If we do lose this, we may need to retest this line, but we would need a good, relatively quick recovery back above this purple line to get the buyers excited again and potentially moving up so we can take out 70K. 70K is like, man, we need to get above that. We've got two rejections right now at it. Here we got up to 70. Here we got up to 70. Rejection was much worse here. So far, not too bad, but not great either. So we got to stay above this purple line and about 66,000, maybe 65,000 to keep the bull case open and the bull potential open there. And it may take a couple days. It might need to trade kind of sideways here for a couple days before it can start moving itself up. Okay, we'll just have to see. But for now, we got to stay above 66K. If we lose it, then the alts might really get some selling going, which would be great for us. You know, good dip trades. We can trade. Below that, we start to get into this spaghetti tangle of moving averages. So 63K is probably the next level. And then below that is definitely 60K. This darker purple line is the last moving average line of defense for the bull run. It's at about 57, 58K. So losing 57K could really confuse this market, and trading below it would not be good. We did kind of come down, we hit it, traded above, hit it, pretty quickly recovered and got above. Here is a little slower. You can see the uncertainty, right? Comes down, touches it, boom, boom, we're back up. Here, blast down through it, boom, right back up. Now we come down. Now people are a little bit more uncertain. Took a little bit more time to get trading above it, retested it, and went back up. So losing that now, this took longer, trading underneath it. It could potentially signal a trend shift or a trend change. And we'd have to really keep an eye on that. But boy, that wouldn't be good. So for now, the key levels are 70,000 on the upside. If we bust through 70,000 with volume, boy, the market could really get excited. All right. The buyers could decide they want to show up. Some people like to buy when it breaks through levels, okay, in anticipation of it going higher, okay. Other people like to buy when it breaks down. There's just different strategies. That's what makes markets beautiful and work for us. So we'll have to see. 66K is the line of defense that needs to be defended right now. 65, 66, right in there. If we lose that, then we're looking at 60 to maybe 63. We got to stay above these. If we lose 60, then 57, 58 is the next level. And if we lose that, we really could have trouble for the market. All right. So that's everything that's kind of happening there. Longs and shorts. So longs are people who are betting Bitcoin's going up with leverage. So it's super risky. You hear about people blowing out accounts and trading. Leverage trading is what's going to make that happen. All right. You're borrowing money and exaggerating your gains and your losses. So longs are people who are betting it's going up with leverage, super risky. Shorts are people who are going to are betting that it's going down with leverage. Again, super risky. They're pretty much dead even on Binance. We only look at Binance's data here, okay, on blockchainwhispers.com. So super risky traders right now are locked. So longs and shorts are locked. So that's going to make pretty much normal trading for us. We only get concerned when one of these numbers goes over 70%. Then a more dramatic move can happen sometimes in the opposite direction. I know. So if the longs go to 70% and the price keeps slipping lower, then it can cause a long squeeze, which means all the people betting Bitcoin's going up with leverage get squeezed out of the market and liquidated, in other words, and it can cause a more dramatic drop. But right now we're pretty even, so pretty much business as usual for us. Last thing I'm just going to look at here, going into our Buddycoin crawler software. This crawls all the different coins, looks for the ones that are hot to trade now with how we trade in and out, on the different trades. This was a trade I hit this morning on Ape. So the Buddy coins today, let me just refresh. We're looking at our big time. This is showing the potential profit on dip trades, 6.49%. Ape is 4.29%. So definitely big time and Ape are my Buddy coins today. Good volume, 21 million and 24-hour volume here, 11 million. So you can trade pretty good sized positions on this, a little bit smaller on this, but this one can definitely handle some good stuff if it gets moving. All right. And doing good dip trades. So with all that said, that's what I've got. We will have to see what happens here today. So Ape and Big Time are the Buddy coins for me for the day. Could be some different ones on Binance. I know somebody will drop it in the chat box. We have a 24/7 live chat box too, where traders can talk about what's happening and what they're seeing in the markets in real time. So, but those are definitely my two coins I'm watching hot and heavy, Ape and Big Time USD. All right, that's it. Let's see what happens today in these markets. And I'm going to go ahead here and just share a disclaimer. Again, there's always risk in trading. Make sure that you check that out. And again, I'm not offering any investment advice, but I'm just showing probability of what can potentially happen in these markets as we move through different resistance levels. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.